Okay, hi guys. So today we are going to talk about hematopoiesis. Hematopoiesis is the process of blood cell production and regulation. So, sa embryonic and sa fetal, hematopoiesis occurs in the yolk sac, liver, spleen, and lymph nodes. Sa embryo, when the organs are not yet fully developed, it occurs in the yolk sac. Sa fetus naman, it occurs in the liver, the spleen, and the lymph nodes, with liver being the major organ responsible for hematopoiesis. Pagka pinanganak naman na yung bata, it occurs in the bone marrow. And in the infant, most of the bones are actively participating in hematopoiesis. When we grow older, when we become adults, the hematopoiesis is limited mainly on the flat bones, meaning the skull, the sternum, the pelvis, the ribs, and the vertebrae. Okay, so this is an overview of the hematopoiesis. It starts with a pluripotential stem cell. Okay, so this pluripotential stem cell is also called a multipotential stem cell or a pluripotent stem cell. Now, this is divided into two, the myeloid line and the lymphoid line. So, in the myeloid line, ang cells na generate ng myeloid line is the RBC, the platelet, the neutrophil, the eosinophil, and the basophil. And plus the monocytes. Sa lymphoid line naman, it's the lymphocytes. Now, what's important in this one is for you to remember kung saan nag-originate ang mga blood cells. It's in the myeloid line or if it's in the lymphoid line. So now RBC, the process of RBC production is called erythropoiesis, and this one is regulated by the hormone called EPO or erythropoietin. In the platelet naman, platelets are also called thrombocytes, and this one is regulated by the hormone called thrombopoietin, which is synthesized in the liver. I forgot to mention that erythropoietin is synthesized in the kidney. You need to remember these hormones kasi it stimulates the production of the blood cells. So again, RBC is erythropoiesis. Platelet is called thrombopoiesis. The process is called thrombopoiesis. And then there's also what we call granulopoiesis, which gives rise to neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. Those cells are actually the ones with granules. So neutrophils have granules, eosinophils have granules, and basophils have granules. That's why they are called granulocytes. Monocytes, the process is called monopoiesis. In the peripheral blood, the monocyte is called as such, and then when it goes to the tissue, it's now called macrophages. The macrophages are characterized by the tissue kung saan sila nagstay. So, ibig sabihin, ang macrophages sa liver is, we call them Kupffer cells. Ang macrophages sa spleen, we call them splenic macrophages. Like that. Okay. Let's go back one slide. Then, in the lymphoid line, it gives rise to the lymphocytes, or we can also call them, lymphocytes are further divided into three. The T lymphocytes, which is mainly produced in the thymus, that's why it's called T lymphocytes, and the B lymphocytes, which are produced in the bone marrow. And then there's another type, which is called the NK cell or the natural killer cell. Okay, so what do you have to remember here? Yung steps from the immature to mature, you just need to read it and be familiar with it, but you don't have to focus on all the characteristics of the immature cells. But you have to know that if there is a blast on the suffix, then it's an immature cell.